Oops. Hello, yogis. Thank you for being here. So we're working on our backs today, back preventive and back healing. So if you have a sore back, this hopefully will help you. And if you don't have a sore back, this will help you not get one. So the primary reason people have lower back pain is because of a sciatica nerve. That's one reason. It's actually a symptom of pain. The sciatica nerve originates from your spine right here, and it goes down and then crosses over your piriformis and goes down your leg. Now, this nerve is as big as your little finger. That's how big that nerve is, and that's why it causes such problem. So underneath your gluteus maximus, which is your butt muscle, there's this other muscle called the piriformis, which is right underneath the glute, and that crosses over the sciatica nerve. So a lot of times when you have back pain, it's one or both of those giving you a problem, either your piriformis muscle or the sciatica nerve. And some people confuse sciatic pain with piriformis syndrome, or you could have both at the same time. So the stuff we're going to work on today will help alleviate and hopefully prevent any kind of back pain. David, help. I think I threw my pencil at you, Ron. Sorry. I also want to just say that I have had 2 herniated discs in my back. Self-healed. They were excruciating pain. Self-healed, no surgery, and my back is stronger than ever, all because of yoga. So I'm living proof that it works. I like to start all of our classes with a breathing exercise. And today we're going to do box breath. Now, box breath is where you inhale, pause, exhale, and then pause. So it's like a box. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. And when you do it on a count of 4, inhale on a count of 4, pause on a count of 4, exhale for 4, pause for 4. That particular rhythm is used by Navy SEALs when they're really stressed and they have to calm their mind and focus, if they have to focus during stressful situations and be calm and cool. So that's what they use for those kinds of situations. So we're going to start with the box breath, and then I'll talk you into another rhythm of inhalation versus exhalation. All right. So let's sit up tall. Make sure that your pelvis is tilted forward. David, will you grab that bolster, please, and give it to Laura to sit on? Because we need, unless you have super flexible hips that are really open, it's good to sit up on something to tilt the pelvis forward so that you can get a nice long spine. So sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back, chest open. Close your eyes. Make sure your pelvis is tilted forward so your spine is nice and long. Your head's right on top of the shoulders. Don't let your chin jut forward. Close your eyes and just start by just focusing on your breath, the inhalations and exhalations. Feel your chest rise and fall. David, 2 blocks, please, too. And then once you focus on your chest breathing and your chest going up and down with each breath, deepen your breathing so that you can feel your rib cage expand when you inhale. And then deepen your breath even more so you can feel the breath go all the way down to your belly and feel your belly inflate like a balloon. Big, slow, even, long, full breath. So this particular breathing, the big, long, slow, full breath all the way down to your belly, is called Dirga breath, Dirga Swasam in Sanskrit. It's also known as belly breathing. And it's so good for you. This is one of the most important things that you can do for your body every day, is deep, slow, big breathing. every day, several times a day. It's like water. So now think about doing at your own pace a couple of box breaths where you inhale, big inhale on a count of 4, and then you hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and hold for a count of 4. All the breathing is done through your nose only. And now we're going to change the rhythm of the box. The exhalation is going to be prolonged. That's called Rachaka, prolonged exhalation. So that we're going to inhale on 4 still, but we're going to hold for 2 and then exhale slowly for a count of 8 and then hold for 2 and inhale back for 4. So do this at your own pace. You're going to realize that you have to really inhale deeply on that count of 4 in order to hold for 2 and exhale slowly through your nose on a count of 8. Give it a try. And while you're doing this, I'll explain that this prolonged exhalation has a very calming effect on your nervous system. And the prolonged exhalation lets you get more of the carbon dioxide out of your body. So whenever you're stressed in traffic, angry, this is the kind of breath you should take, is the prolonged exhalation. Big inhale and a prolonged exhale. All right, finish up whatever round of breath you're on and then bring your breathing back to normal, normal being your chest breathing. And then let's please take a deep breath together and we'll Om in. Om. Om Balu Satguru Bhagavan Ki. The divine is the inner teacher. Okay, thanks for being here. So we're going to start on our backs today with our asana, but contrary to what I normally say, with your head facing toward me, I want you to go ahead and lie where you are with your feet facing toward me, which we never do, as my usual yogis know, but today's going to be an exception and you'll see why. And then bring your arms overhead, palms facing up. And if you can touch the backs of your hands down to the mat behind you or the floor above your head, go ahead and touch down. And then stretch your legs long in a full body stretch, like you're just waking up in the morning, like a cat would do. And now take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your right knee into your chest, take your hands and clasp your right shin, and then hug that knee into your chest and squeeze it as tightly as it'll go into your chest. And then take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, lift your head and shoulders, tuck your chin, bring your forehead towards your knee so that the spine is flexed. And then very slowly roll back down. And then keep your knee bent like it is. And now bend your left knee, place your left foot on the mat. And then take your right ankle, place it on your left thigh. And then take your right hand on top of your right thigh and push that thigh away gently to loosen up that hip joint. Okay, and then uncross, straighten both legs, both arms overhead again, palms facing up, full body stretch. Inhale, exhale, left knee comes into the chest, hands come and grab your left shin and pull your left shin into your chest. As hard as you squeeze as hard as you can. Well, what you're likely feeling here is a loosening of that piriformis muscle, the deep muscle. It's the deep muscle underneath your gluteus maximus muscle. Inhale. Exhale as you lift your head, chest, and chin. Bring your forehead toward your knee. And then very slowly roll your spine back down. And then bend your right knee. Take your left ankle on top of your right thigh. And the left hand now will push your left thigh away, just to open up that hip joint. Okay, uncross. Bring both feet onto the mat. Keep both knees bent. Bring your feet wide on the mat. And then bring your arms in a T from your body, palms facing up. So we're going to do a dynamic windshield here with our knees. So we're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the right. Keep your chest open and your hands on the floor if you can. And then come back to center. And then let the knees fall to the left. They don't have to come all the way down to the mat. We're going to do that a couple more times. Back to center. Inhale. Exhale, fall to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fall to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fall to the right. And then pause here for just a couple of breaths. And then inhale, back to center. Exhale, fall to the left. And pause here for a couple of breaths. Keep the chest nice and open. And then the knees come back to center. Keep your feet exactly where they are. And bring your arms by your sides, palms facing down. Push into your feet, and we're going to come into a very low bridge pose. So you're going to push into your feet, lift your bottom off the mat, roll your spine up towards your shoulders, very low. We're not going to go very high in this bridge. And then slowly roll your spine down one vertebra at a time. And then up again, slowly. Feel every vertebra move as you go up into your bridge. Bring your chest toward your chin. And then very slowly roll the spine back down. And then once more, slowly roll the spine back up. And then slowly roll the spine back down. Now we're going to do that again, but this time we're going to add arms to it. So as you lift your hips, you're going to raise your arms up toward the ceiling and then over your head, just like you did a moment ago with your full body stretch. Have your palms rest above your head, the backs of your hands. And then as you lower your bridge, your arms are going to come back up toward the ceiling and come back toward your hips. Okay, rolling bridge. We're not going very high with this. It's nice and gentle at this point. Rolling the spine up, rolling the arms up toward a drawbridge, and then rolling the arms down as you roll the spine down. Very gentle, very soft. Once more, roll up. So this is opening up your shoulders also. And then gently roll back down. Bring both knees into your chest. Take your hands, lace your fingers and clasp both shins and bring the knees into your chest. Squeeze them in. Inhale here. Exhale, lift your head, shoulders, tuck your chin, bring your forehead to the knees. And then very slowly unroll your spine. And then bring your feet back to the mat. And then right where you are, you're going to prop up onto your forearms. Like so, facing me. With knees bent. Yeah. Okay. Everybody good? So make sure that your pelvis is neutral, meaning you don't want your lower back to be collapsed here. So don't let your lower back hit the mat. Push your pelvis forward slightly so you have a neutral lower back spine. And then we're going to lift our feet so that they're about eye level or higher. Tighten your belly muscles here because that's what you're going to be working. And then open your feet in your legs in a scissor and then close. Keep your head in line with your spine. Keep control of your head and open and then close. Keep your belly tight, open, close. Keep your back long, open, close, open, close, open, close. Once more, open, close. Once more, open, close. And then one last time, open, and then close. And then lie on your backs, hug your knees into your chest, roll around on your spine, release your spine. So a big cause of back pain is weak core muscles. So that's one reason that we're doing this today. I prop back up on your forearms again. Tilt your pelvis forward again so you have a neutral spine, not an overarched back, just neutral. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. So we're going to do the same thing, except this time, if you want to, and you can do this without sacrificing your back, bring your feet a little bit lower than you had them, maybe below eye level, because it's going to put a little bit more effort in your abs. And then open, and then close, open. Keep thinking about tightening those abs, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, again, close, again, close, one more time, one last time, close, and then hug your knees into your chest, roll on your spine. And then please roll over to one side or the other and come into table position. And here's where you might need padding for your knees. And my trusty assistant is right on there, on it, if we have any extra. So in the table position, we have our hands underneath our shoulders. Our knees are underneath our hips. Go ahead and give Laura one. Or her knees. Yeah, well, just in case. I know it's a really hard floor here, but in this, we've got plenty of these. So we need to protect our knees. All right. Okay, inhale, flat back. Exhale, sit all the way back to your heels with your bottom, very slowly. So you feel a stretch in the spine. Let the head come down, but not all the way down, because now you're going to inhale, back up to the table. And then slowly exhale again, bring your bottom back towards your heels. Slow, long exhale, greasing our hinges, I call this. And then inhale back to table slowly. And now we're going to exhale as we tuck our toes and come into our cat back. So push the mat away, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone under, and push the arch of your back up to the ceiling. Bring the belly button into the spine, and then inhale as you come into your cow. So you're dropping your belly down, untucking your toes, pushing your shoulders to the back of the mat and arching your back. And then exhale very slowly, sit all the way back towards your heels. Inhale very slowly. Exhale into your cat, tuck the toes, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Feel every vertebra work here. Inhale very slowly, untucking your tailbone, untucking your chin, untucking your toes. Belly drops down toward the mat, so you're arching your back. Good. And then go all the way back as you exhale toward your heels, bottom to the heels. And then come back, inhale to table. Now, walk your hands closer to your body, about 1 hand length. So wherever your wrist is now, just bring the tips of your fingers to that point. So this is going to be a narrow cat. It's going to look the same. It's going to feel a little bit different. A narrow cat. Inhale, exhale, go ahead and tuck your toes under, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, lift your spine toward the ceiling. It's a little bit deeper stretch here. And then inhale, belly drops all the way down into a C shape. Untuck the toes, push your shoulders back, head forward. And then exhale once again, tucking the toes, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, push the butt away, really push your spine up to the ceiling. And then inhale as you let your belly drop toward the mat in a banana back. Untuck the toes, push the shoulders to the back of the mat, and then come back to neutral table. Walk your hands back forward. So now that they are now again underneath of your shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, lift your right arm out to the side and twist your body, reaching the arm up to the ceiling. And then that hand comes down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left arm up toward the ceiling. And then that arm comes down. Now, you might have to move back on your mat. I'm going to have to, because we're going to walk our hands forward, way in front of us. And you want to be able to keep your hands on the sticky mat so they don't move. And your bottom is going to stay up in the air. Your arms are straight. Your hands are as forward as you can reach. Your chest is melting down toward the mat. It's not going to get there, but you're going to melt down toward the mat. And your head just rests between your arms. It doesn't have to go down to the mat, but your forearms are up off the mat. Okay, so you're not resting your forearms here. You're pushing the mat away with your hands. That's why you need to be on the sticky mat. And then squeeze your forearms toward each other so you feel your shoulders roll out. And then stick the bottom tailbone way up in the air. So this is the puppy pose. Big spine stretcher here. This is the upward half of a downward facing dog. And then come back up, walk your hands back in so that you're back into your table. And from here, shift your weight forward. Bring your chest between your arms. Your arms are straight into an upward facing dog, except your knees are going to stay down. Push your chest forward, push your shoulders back. Pretend your neck is like a turtle coming out of the shell. And breathe, upward facing dog. Try to bring your pelvis down toward the mat. Good. And then push back the table. Okay. And now come all the way down onto your bellies. And situate your elbows underneath your shoulders. Arms are parallel to each other. Chest width apart or shoulder width apart. Fingers are open, hands are flat. Walk your legs out so that your feet are to the edges of your mat, so you have wide legs here. Push into your pelvis, push into your thighs. And feel how your lower back opens up a little bit. Rotate your thighs inward toward each other. What I mean by that is that they're going to go in this way, okay? It's not going to be a big movement. It's subtle, but they're going to go in toward each other. And hopefully by doing that, you'll feel your lower back open up even more. Push into your pelvis, push into the thighs, pull the mat towards you. You're not going to move your arms, but you're going to pull your arms towards you on the sticky mat and push your chest forward. Keep on pushing down on your thighs, pushing down on your pelvis. If you can push down on the tops of your feet, do that as well. Push your shoulders away from your ears. This is called Sphinx pose. It's a very mild back bend, but a very effective one. This is very good for strengthening your back muscles. A couple more breaths here. Keep pushing your chest forward, shoulders down. All right, now come on down, let your chest down, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your elbows by your sides. So this is important that you keep your elbows by your sides, don't let them out, and your elbows are up. So your hands are underneath the shoulders. So you push your hands underneath you, move your hands from here to here. Yeah, good. All right, good. Keep your feet wide, push into the pelvis, push into the thighs, tops of the feet, and then we're going to push into the hands. Keep your elbows tight by your sides, push into your hands and just roll your chest up. Doesn't have to come far. And then when you're up here, just go ahead and roll your shoulders back down your back. Lengthen your spine by reaching the crown of your head up into this low cobra. Keep pushing on the legs, push on the thighs, and then come all the way down. And now cross your arms in front of you, rest your head for a moment in crocodile pose before we continue on. Okay, please come back up, put your hands underneath your shoulders just like you had them, elbows tucked by your sides. We're going to come into cobra again. So push your pelvis into the mat, push your thighs into the mat, roll your thighs inward toward each other, push the feet into the mat. Now push into your hands, lift up your chest, and then actively just bring your shoulders down from your ears and onto your back. Chest forward, breathe. Act like you're an ostrich with your neck, breathe. Good. One more breath and come all the way down. Bring your arms in front again, crocodile pose. I know this is for some of you your favorite pose. All right, stay on your bellies, bring your arms down beside your body now, palms facing up. So your hands are gonna rest somewhere along your legs. Palms are facing up, your legs are still wide. And you're still rotating your thighs in slightly. Push into your thighs, push into your pelvis. Now we're gonna lift our head and our shoulders and our hands off the mat about 8 inches and push the fingertips to the back of the mat and pull your shoulders away from your ears as you lift your chest and breathe. Locust pose or half locust pose. Good, and then come all the way down. You can rest your head for a moment here if you like to put it on the mat. I keep mine lifted so I can talk. And now we're going to keep the top half of our body down and just lift the bottom half. So really push into the pelvis. The pelvis is going to stay on the mat and you're lifting the rest of your legs up. And push the toes to the back of your mat. Keep rolling your thighs inward slightly. It's a very subtle movement. And then come all the way down with your legs. Rest for a breath. And now we'll do both halves, okay? So first, lift your head, your shoulders, and your hands about 8 inches off the mat. Push your fingertips to the back of the mat. Push your shoulders down away from your ears, and then lift your feet. Point the toes to the back of the mat, and then breathe. Focus on your breath, breathe. Breathe. Good, 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 everybody. One more breath. And then come all the way down. Back to crocodile pose, resting your head on your hands. Okay, please now push back up the table. Pad your knees again as needed and grab your blocks. And put one block on either side of your ankles so that you can grab them back there. Yeah, and put them on high level to start with, and then we can lower them later. Okay, and then we'll come back to table. Inhale with a flat back. Exhale, open your right arm again, twist open to the right. One more breath here. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Inhale, push into both hands, come up all the way onto your knees. Bring your arms overhead, palms facing each other, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach up with your fingertips, inhale. Exhale, bring your arms in a T, and then take your hands on your lower back, fingers pointing down, and support your lower back as you open your chest up toward the ceiling, and then bring your elbows together behind you, push your thighs forward. And then come back upright. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left arm twist open to the left. Inhale. Exhale, left arm comes down. Inhale. Exhale, push into both hands. Come on up onto your knees. Urdhva Hastasana. Reach up with your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Put your hands on your lower back. Push your chest upward. Keep control of your head. Make your neck in line with your spine as you lean back. Push your thighs forward. And then come back upright. Okay, so keep your left hand on your back. Let your right arm dangle by your side. So this is going to be a shoulder rotation, so do whatever your shoulder can handle here. We're going to take the arm forward, up, and then back, and then down, forward, up, back, and then down, forward, up, back, and then down, forward, up, back, and down. And this time we're going to go forward, up, back, and then maybe you can grab your block and rest your hand on the block, which is going to be right beside your ankle. And the closer you get the block into your body, the easier it's going to be. And then keep pushing your thighs forward, chest up. Now, if your hand does not easily reach the block, then don't go there. Just keep your hand on your lower back. And if it reaches the block too easily, you can lower the block. And then just breathe. And then come back upright to center. Take your right hand onto the lower back, left arm dangles. And then swing the arm forward, inhale, up, and then back with breath. Inhale forward, up, exhale back, inhale forward, up, exhale back, forward, up, exhale back. Again, and then this time we're going to come up and then down. Grab your block, rest the hand on the block somewhere near your ankle. Lean back, support your low back with your hand. Push your thighs forward. Keep your head in line with the spine. And once again, if it's too much of a reach, put your hand on the block, just put both hands on the lower back and lean back. And then come back upright. Both arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Sit all the way back to your heels. Into a child pose briefly. Bring your arms by your sides, palms facing up. And then your head can rest on the mat or the blanket or a block for just a moment. Your hands are beside your ankles, palms up, and then just open and close your fists gently to relax your wrists. And then circle your wrists around in both directions to release the wrists. Okay, slowly come back up. Return to your table position. Inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes. Bring your chest forward. Come into your upward facing dog. Arms are straight. Chest is forward, shoulders back. Tuck your toes, push back to your knees, and push into your downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent first so that your spine can get nice and long. Tailbone high, knees bent, your fingers are wide and your forearms are squeezing toward each other so the shoulder rolls out. Good. Good. And now bend your knees, walk up to the hands. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale. Anjali T. Anjali Mudra. And then come into Tadasana, mountain pose. Line up your spine. Your head is over the shoulders. Your chin's parallel to the mat. Chest forward, shoulders down. Thighs are rolled in slightly. Palms slightly open toward the front. And then breathe. So this is an active rest, but you should feel the muscles in your body engaged here. We're just not limp here. Our thighs are rolled in, so our leg muscles are active. Our chest is forward, so our chest is active, shoulders down. Okay, and now we will do our one-legged balance. We'll do a Vrikshasana tree pose. So find a focal point, and there's no cheating in yoga. So if you want to use anything to hold on to, it's absolutely acceptable and encouraged, in fact, because it's better to use something, a prop, and get it than not get it at all. So in the tree pose, you're going to shift to whatever leg you want to start with. The opposite knee is going to cock out. So this is going to open the groin area. And then that foot that you're going to lift either goes to the ankle, calf, or to your inner thigh. And then your hands, you can do anything you want with. Maybe start with prayer position. And then if you want to grow your branches, grow your branches. Now, when you're here, don't think about your tree, think about your breath. Engage your belly muscles. And then start counting backwards from 100. That'll take your mind off of it. And this is actually a very good mental exercise to do that while you're doing something else, called multitasking. 100, 99, 98, 97. And whenever you're ready, you come on out, shake it all out. And then we'll switch sides. Find your focal point, don't have to look at me. And it's better to get your balance by holding on to something than not to get it at all. Take your time, don't rush it. And then when you're here, focus on your breath or focus on your multitasking, counting backwards. And you find when you don't think about balancing, it's a lot easier to balance. Okay, very good. Release whenever you're ready. Shake it out. So I was reading an article about mind health, and they said if it wasn't so dangerous to talk on your phone or text on your phone and walk at the same time, it's actually good for your brain because you're multitasking, but you just have to be careful that you're not running into something, right? Let's come back to our mats and have your blocks in front. Within reach. And have your padding within reach too, because we are going to go down onto our knees. So have your padding within reach. Okay, starting with your feet between the blocks in Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come into chair pose. Pause here for a couple of breaths. Look down and make sure you can see your tippy toes. Point your tailbone down. Keep your thighs parallel with each other. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your thighs. Straighten your legs, flatten your back. So your body's in an L shape. Push your shoulders to the back of the mat. Push your tailbone to the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, come hands all the way down to mat or blocks. So your hands are going to be on the outside of your feet, not forward of your feet, not behind your feet, right beside your feet. You can use blocks or not. Inhale, exhale, step back with your right foot into a high lunge. Now, if you feel like you can't keep your spine straight from the crown of your head to your back heel, I encourage you to use blocks to help you get there so that you're not hunching over trying to reach it. And you can use your blocks at any height to make that happen. Okay, so think about a long line, crown of your head to your back heel. Lift your right quad so it's nice and tight. Your front knee is directly over the ankle. Okay, put weight into your right hand, twist open to the left. Inhale. Exhale, that hand comes down. Good. Now you bring your right knee down, patting it as necessary. And then get light in your fingertips. Find a focal point. And then we'll bring our arms forward, up, and then back. So this is a back bend. Push your tailbone toward the back heel. Bring your arms into goalposts. And then push the arms even further back into goddess arms and the chest further forward. Look up. Make sure you keep pushing your tailbone down so you're not overarching your low back. And then arms come forward and up again. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to blocks. Lift your right knee, step back to full plank. Engage your belly muscles here. One straight line from the crown of your head to your heels. Inhale. Exhale, upward facing dog. Now you can choose to put your knees down here or not, but your chest is going to come forward, shoulders back. And then if your knees are up, put them down momentarily to tuck your toes and come into downward facing dog. And you can use your blocks here too. In fact, you might want to when you see what we're going to do next. We're going to do that tricky move where you're going to lift your right leg up in the air behind you. And then you're going to swing it up between your hands. See, I told you might like to have your blocks there. It gives more room for your foot to swing up. Inhale here. Exhale, step up. Slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms to the T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Thighs parallel to each other, tailbone down. Chest open. Try not to crunch your ears up with your arms. Your arms are up, but don't crunch your shoulders or don't crunch your collarbone up. Inhale. Exhale, hands on thighs, straighten the legs, flatten the spine, L-shaped back. Push the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, bend knees. Come on down to your blocks. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps way back to a high lunge. Now, when I say way back, you need to get it back far enough so that you can keep that leg straight, level your hips, and have a long spine from the tail of crown of your head to your back heel. So if your foot is too far up, you're going to have a hunch in your back like this. So you want to get it back so you can bring your shoulders down. Good. Put weight into your left hand, twist open to the right. Inhale, exhale, that hand comes down. Step your right foot back to plank, full plank. Very good for core strength here. Engage your belly muscles. Think about a long line from the crown of your head to your heels. Take a deep breath. Upward facing dog. You can put your knees down or not. Come into upward facing dog. Chest forward, shoulders back. And then tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your left leg up behind. Exhale, swing it up between the hands or blocks. Or pick it up and put it there, however it needs to get there. Inhale, exhale, step up. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale, exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Pause in Tadasana, mountain pose. Realign the spine, realign your brain. Take a couple of breaths. And just appreciate your body, what your body's doing for you. Appreciate the fact that you can even be here doing this. Appreciate the fact that COVID's getting over with and we got good lives. Right. Inhale up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, push up with your fingertips. Exhale, crescent to the right. Bring the left shoulder back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, arms in a T, hands to your lower back, fingers pointing down. Lean back into your hands just like we did earlier, except we were on our knees. Bring the elbows toward each other behind you. And then come back upright. Bring your arms up, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, push up with your fingertips. Exhale, crescent left. Bring the right shoulder back, maybe look up. Inhale, up. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend the knees, come all the way back down to your blocks. Step both feet back to your downward facing dog. And you can do your dog without blocks if you like. And then knees down to the mat. And then bring your bottom towards your heels into child pose for a brief respite. Please rest your forehead on something, whether it's a mat or a block or a blanket. Just make sure your forehead can touch something, because that has a very profound calming effect on the body. Okay, please push up and come seated. Up onto your bolster or blanket. Again, unless you have very, very open hips. So you want to be able to have your pelvis tilting forward here into staff pose Dandasana. And from here, make sure your chest is open, shoulders are down. Bend your right knee, bring your right foot in and bring it to the outside of your left leg. So I'm going to give a choice here. You can either keep your left leg extended like it is, or if you want to take that leg and wrap it around so that your left heel comes by your right sit bone, go ahead and do that. Only do that if you can put equal weight in both sit bones. If you feel like you're leaning forward and this butt is coming off, then you're better off keeping that leg extended, okay? Equal weight in both sit bones so your spine is nice and long. Take your left arm, hug the right knee in. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, twist around, plant the right hand behind you as a kickstand, and then keep twisting your body. Think about pushing your right shoulder back. Think about bringing your left ribs around. Relax in this pose. And what you're probably feeling here is your piriformis muscle. That's what it feels like. And you're very warmed up now, so hopefully it feels good. I mean, it's a stretch, but it feels good, right? So now if you want to, take your left arm on the outside of your right knee, if that suits you. If not, just keep it where it is. And then keep twisting. Every time you exhale, you relax a little more in the twist. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bring your head forward and then bring your shoulders, chest. Keep spinning your body around. Plant your hands on the left. Come on onto your left hip and bring your right shoulder around for a counter twist. And then back up. Switch legs. Left knee bends, comes to the outside of the right leg. Right leg either stays extended or wrapped around, your choice. But as I said before, make sure that your sit bones have even weight in them and that your spine is nice and long. Right arm hugs the knee in, left arm forward, inhale, exhale, twist, plant the left hand behind you. Use that as a kickstand to keep your spine vertical as you're twisting. Push the left shoulder back, bring the right ribs around. Try to keep your head in line with the spine, even though your spine is twisted. Your head's still in line with the spine and your chin is parallel to the ground. Try not to let your chin jut forward. Again here, if you're relaxed and you feel like it, you want to take your elbow to the outside of the leg, go ahead and do that. And then just relax more into the twist. Inhale. Exhale, head comes around, shoulders, chest. Keep spinning. Plant your hands on the right. Come onto your right hip and bring your left shoulder over for a counter twist. And then push back up. And then please come lying onto your backs, this time with your head facing toward me. And then if you'd like to hug your knees into your chest one last time before we get into Shavasana, please go ahead and do that. And I am going to make a suggestion to you. If you have a blanket or a bolster, roll it up and put it underneath your knees for support, because that will help relieve your back greatly. And we've done a lot of back stuff today, so this should feel good. And then just come into your favorite Shavasana, final relaxation pose. And when you're relaxing, start focusing on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Take a mental body scan. Release any tension. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. Unstick your tongue, unclench your teeth, relax your jaw, relax your cheeks and your eyes and your forehead. Relax your mind. Allow your thoughts to float by like fluffy clouds. Poof, let them go. Allow yourself a few moments of inner bliss. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and deepen your breathing as you make gentle movements with your hands and your feet to wake up your body. And then please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, we are sealing off the masculine side of our body, the right side, which is hot, fiery, bright. And we're exposing the left side, our feminine side of our body, which is cool, dark, and calm. And that calmness will carry us for the rest of our day. Please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated facing me. And please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. And Jai Yogis.